I would like to begin this video with a sincere apology to Walden Media, Michael Apted, and the rest of the crew of the Voyage of the Dawn Treader movie. For all of the things that I have said against it, where I have said it's a bad adaptation, which it is, and all the ranting that I have done about how bad that movie is. Because I've just been proven that it can get worse. Okay, so we gotta talk about this, right? Like, I'm the Narnia girl, I gotta talk about this. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, there has been news leaked that the veracity of it has not been verified by other more credible sources, but there is a claim now that they have decided they are in talks for the voice of Aslan to be done by Meryl Streep. And y'all know I have thoughts. It's Narnia. I have thoughts. They're not good ones, of course. And also, please note this article, the original article that claims that they have the exclusive, says that Aslan, the way it's worded is like, Meryl Streep is in talks to voice Aslan, who will be a woman in the series. So it doesn't even sound like they want Meryl Streep specifically to be playing Aslan. Like, they're just like, we want her, and so we'll just give her, and then if she doesn't work out, we may go to a man. No, it sounds like they've just decided on a woman. Now, this could all be wrong. I hope it is. Or maybe they'll hear all of this, all the people being upset, because there's a lot of people upset about this, and change their minds. I really hope that's the case. But with the way Hollywood has been acting lately, I don't trust them to do that. So I'm making a video about it, because I need to talk. Because this is, there was only like 5 different things that they could have done. Like, I was thinking there were a few things that they could do that would make me not watch the series. I would have watched this series if they race bent the characters. I was kind of thinking they would do that anyways. So I was, I was assuming that they would probably cast somebody, maybe all of the Pevensies as black or something. Do I like that? No. I was kind of preparing for that. I probably would have refused to watch it if they had decided to go the route of making any of the characters, I don't know what the polite way to say it is, not straight. I guess that's the best way I can say it. I probably would have not watched it at that point. Yes, I know crazy people, you read the line where it says Lucy was always gay and golden haired. That doesn't mean what you think it means. Insert Vizzini, not Vizzini, Inigo Montoya to Vizzini. You keep on using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means, because it doesn't. But I was afraid of that. That was the worst I thought this thing could get. And then I was told they were considering a female Aslan. Or planning to do a female Aslan. And there are 2 things that really get me riled up. One of them is blasphemy. And the other one is ruining adaptations of my favorite books. This happens to be both, because I don't care what you're like. You're allowed to like Narnia no matter what you believe. Like, you can be not a Christian and like Narnia. But you have to admit Narnia is Christian, right? Like, it is inherently Christian. You cannot read Voyage of the Dawn, not Voyage of the Dawn Treader, that one too. But you cannot read Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe and not see the Christian themes in this. You cannot read Magician's Nephew and not see the Christian themes. And same for Last Battle. Like, all 3 of those are very specifically Christian books. And they are just, like, if this is true, Aslan is not an allegory for Jesus, okay? This is a supposal of what if Jesus was actually in this world of talking animals. He would be a lion, because lions are the king of the jungle and all that. The king of beasts, whatever you want to call him. Like, that's how C.S. Lewis described it. And so, obviously Aslan is not literally Jesus, but in the world of Narnia, which is not real. Like, Aslan is not literally Jesus, but because he's not real. But he being Aslan, obviously. But in that world, he is. Like, this is Jesus. And it boggles my mind that anyone could look at this and say, yeah, we're just going to make him female now. That's not going to have any impact on anybody. Nobody's going to get mad about that. Like, how do they not see this will cause an uproar? If this is true, if they do this, if they make Jesus, not Meryl Streep specifically. I don't care, about who specifically. If they make Jesus Aslan female, I will not be watching it in the same way that I would also not be watching any Bible story that had Jesus as female. I'm having a hard time expressing it just because I am so, this is so wrong. It is so awful. You don't even need to reach for you don't need to do this for female empowerment. Narnia, it's not feminist, but Narnia is not misogynist. I don't care what people say about Susan. I will talk about that someday. Believe me, Problem with Susan will come up, and I'll make a video about it and why I don't think it's that big of a deal, actually. But Narnia, in every book, the main characters are 2 kids. At least 2 kids, right? Sometimes it's 4 kids. And guess what? Landers and Wardrobe, it's Peter, Susan, Edmund, Lucy. In Prince Caspian, it's Peter, Susan, Edmund, Lucy. In Voyage, it is Edmund, Lucy, Eustace, so that's not equal. But there's still a huge female character who is a very big deal. In Silver Chair, it's Eustace and Jill. In Horse and His Boy, Shasta and Erebus, and Bree and Hwin, if you want to throw them in there. In Magician's Nephew, Diggory and Polly. And in Last Battle, it's, again, Eustace and Jill. There are such hugely important female characters. You do not have to do this to preach a message of, women are important, women are good. Are the only male roles in this series going to wind up being the villains? Because if they start doing that, I don't know. You could have gender banned any character, okay? Any other character. You could have made Jadis a woman, or a man. You could have made Uncle Andrew a woman, although he's a villain, so I'm sure you don't want to do that. You could have done this to any other character, and it would have been okay. But this is Aslan. How did you think this was a good idea? It is... I know I already said, that that this article suggests that it's not specifically Meryl Streep, that they just want Aslan to be female. But it's not like there aren't any male actors who could pull that off. For one, Liam Neeson is very much still alive and still acting. Liam Neeson was the perfect Aslan. You cannot top him. Maybe that's why they decided to go for a woman. They're like, well, we already know we can't top Liam Neeson, so I guess we're just gonna... But there are so many other actors you could have gone for. And it's just... This is one of the... After letting Rachel Zegler talk and not shutting her up, this is one of the stupidest movie making decisions I have ever seen. Yes, I'm referring to the Snow White drama that's going on. I don't want to see that movie either, but that's beside the point. My point being, if you do this, you realize Narnia fans are mostly Christians, right? And most Christians are not going to take life kindly to you turning Jesus into a woman. That's not a thing that we are okay with. Maybe some people who call themselves Christians, but the people who like Narnia are probably going to be more traditional Christians. That's the right term, I believe, isn't it, honey? Sure. People who like Narnia are going to be more traditional Christians who, at the very least, raise their eyebrows at the idea of Jesus being a woman in any form. And then also, you have a very important scene in Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, so kind of spoilers for Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, I guess, at Aslan's death, where they shave off his mane. This is a reference to, in the Bible, it says that they plucked out Jesus' beard when he was crucified. At least, I think that is. Female lions don't have manes. Can you imagine a great, majestic Aslan without a mane? Lionesses do not have manes, so I don't know. I just felt like I needed to make a video talking about this and how upset I am. And I think anyone who had any interest in watching the series, because I was going to give them the benefit of the doubt with the rock and roll nonsense that they said. I thought that the idea of casting a pop star as Jadis sounded like the worst idea ever, but I was still going to probably give it a chance. Daniel Craig is Uncle Andrew is another rumor that's floating around. I like that one. That one's better. He's still not quite a beanpole enough for me, but I'll take it. Like, that's better. But this, I can't watch it if this is what it is. And I love Narnia. I will not be watching it if you make Aslan a woman. And I think if you care about this series, if you have ever enjoyed this series, whether it was the movies, original movies that you liked, or the books, or whatever it is that you like about this series, I think we all need to be trying to make a stink about this and saying, hey, it's not in production yet, so if enough people get mad about it, if this is what they really are considering, hopefully that means that they will change their minds. So I think we all need to kind of raise a ruckus about this and say, hey, no, don't do this. This is bad. Don't do it. So, I don't normally ask you to do this, but if you feel the same way as I do, maybe share this video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. If you're planning to watch this series still, I really hope not, but, you know, if you still want to, go ahead, I guess. But yeah. That's it. I'm mad. I wanted to make this video yesterday on April 1st when I saw the news, but my husband convinced me that I should wait to make sure it wasn't an April Fool's Day joke, because that's how crazy this is, that I was thinking this was an April Fool's Day rumor and joke. But it doesn't seem to be. The news outlet that announced this has not posted anything about it being, and I'm filming this late at night on April 2nd, so it's probably not an April Fool's Day joke. I would assume by now they would have updated that if it was. So, yeah, like I said, please like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Next video will be my April wrap-up. That should hopefully be a little bit happier than this was. But, yeah, have a great day. Not April wrap-up, March wrap-up, because this is April. Whatever. Have a great day.